you just cannot be surprised with the bloodline, can you? Can you? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And I know I did a deck profile video earlier this morning, but you guys know, excuse me, tonight was the Elimination Chamber, and I figured 2 videos in one night, 2 videos in one day. What the hell? Why not? But this one is the results of the Elimination Chamber, which is the final stop on the road to WrestleMania. And I'm gonna be honest. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I'm getting a little emotional right now because of the fact that Sami Zayn got the chance to compete in his hometown in Montreal. Got a little emotional there. Anyway, looking at this card and looking and watching what happened exactly, for the most part, I wasn't too surprised on it, but the rest of the card was basically everything we had expected. So hopefully you guys are ready for this video. If you guys are, and you guys want to see more premium live event results and predictions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up button, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send me fan mail, the info will be in the description as well. And also guys, do not forget, you guys know, the Monday after every premium live event, I always do an episode of WWE's Biggest Issue where I do a full, in-depth review of each premium live event, and I will be doing that on Monday, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I do want to get your guys' thoughts. Let me know down in the comments the question of the day, which is this. Was the Elimination Chamber everything you had expected? Or do you believe each match should have ended differently? Once you guys hear the results, post in the comments. I'm very curious of what you guys have to say. I will definitely have a look at those comments. You guys might get a reply to your comment from yours truly. Who knows? But with that being said, let's get straight into it, kicking things off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match, where the winner would face Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. And this one was a stacked card. We had Raquel Rodriguez, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Asuka, the 4 women who were in the final 5 of the Women's Royal Rumble match, funny enough, along with Natalya and Carmella, who both won a Fatal 4-Way over the last few weeks to qualify for said chamber match. And this one was, I don't know. Some people would have considered this a squash match because this did not last long. This only lasted like maybe 25 minutes. It wasn't even that long. But truth be told, this was basically, but as far as like the carnage, if you will, it was basically everything we had expected. Everything we had expected. We knew that there was going to be pure chaos inside the Elimination Chamber, and this time was no different because there were bodies screwed everywhere, bodies thrown into the pods. It was pure bedlam. But the process of elimination went as follows: Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Natalya, Raquel Rodriguez, and it came down to Asuka and Carmella. Asuka making Carmella tap out to a brand new version of the Asuka lock to qualify to become the #1 contender for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, and that is going to be a hell of a match. The EST versus the Empress. Think about that, guys. Think about that. That is going to have the makings of a hell of a match, and I'm very excited for that one. And we actually have 3 matches on the card so far for WrestleMania. We got the Raw Women's title, the SmackDown Women's title, and the Undisputed Universal title. But the question is, who won? Sami Zayn or Roman Reigns? Guess you guys will have to find out later on in this video. But next up, we move on to what was considered to be the rubber match between the almighty Bobby Lashley and the Beast Brock Lesnar, and this was pretty much everything we had expected. Like we knew that Lashley and Lesnar were going to. Oh, hang on, guys. My brother texted me. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. Hang on. There we go. Anyway, again, we knew this was going to be pure chaos. This was basically everything we had expected. F5 after F5, spear after spear, near fall after near fall. It was all over the place. But unfortunately, the end result was not what we were expecting. Because as Bobby Lashley had the Hurt Lock on Brock Lesnar, never thought we would ever see the day. Brock Lesnar decides to pull a heel move and hit Bobby Lashley with a low blow. And not only did that happen, but he also attacked the referee as well. Hit him with not one but two F5s. One in the ring and one on top of the broken table, the announce table, which Lesnar hit Lashley with an F5 onto the announce table, which ended up breaking. So, yeah, it wasn't what we were expecting. But to be fair, this is Brock Lesnar we're talking about here. He's free to do whatever the fuck he damn well pleases. That's just me being real. But next up, we have a mixed tag team match between the Grit couple, the Hall of Famers Edge and Beth Phoenix, against the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor. And this was everything we had expected. We knew that Dominic Mysterio was going to get involved somehow. We knew that the Judgment Day were going to have a massive advantage over Edge and Beth Phoenix. It literally took steel chairs, brass knucks. It took everything that the Judgment Day had, damn near and even damn near the kitchen sink. This was a back and forth matchup, but it was not enough because at the closing moments, Beth Phoenix hit Rhea Ripley with the Glam Slam onto the floor outside of the ring, which gave Edge and Beth Phoenix the opportunity to hit Finn Balor with a move that we hadn't seen in quite some time. You guys remember the Revival, right? You guys know one of the only few teams that became Raw, SmackDown, and NXT Tag Team Champions. You guys remember them? The guys that debuted the night after WrestleMania in 2017? You guys remember them? Okay, well, you guys remember the move that they used to defeat the New Day, right? Known as the Shatter Machine? Edge and Beth Phoenix used the Shatter Machine onto Finn Balor. And it was done. It was game over for the Judgment Day. But now the question becomes this. Is the Judgment Day going to get retribution over Edge and Beth Phoenix? That we will find out in the coming weeks. There's been a lot of rumors as of late on that have been swirling all throughout social media that supposedly we are going to see the return for the first time in over in about 2 years, I believe. The return of the Demon Finn Balor, but as a heel, and apparently he will do battle with Edge at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell. Those rumors have been swirling all throughout social media for quite some time, but we don't really know if it will happen. obviously we will find out. We will find out in the coming weeks, as we are now 6 weeks away from WrestleMania, and I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be one interesting WrestleMania, and also too, we don't know who the fuck is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Who the fuck is gonna get inducted into the Hall of Fame? Could it be China? Could it be Batista? Could it be fuck? I don't know. Maybe Evolution? Who the fuck knows? For all we know, John Cena could be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Actually, now that I think about it, that might not be so bad. Then again, he could also receive the Warrior Award, given the fact that he's granted a fuck ton of wishes, for a bunch of kids, as part of what was it? Make-A-Wish, which I wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't mind that either. For all we know, The Rock could be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Who the fuck knows? But again, going back with Edge and Balor, the rumors have been swirling all throughout social media for months now, but we don't know. But we will find out in the coming weeks. But we now move on to the men's Elimination Chamber match between, actually, for the United States title, which featured the champion Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Judgment Day's Damian Priest, and the Street Profits Montez Ford. I never thought, I never would have imagined Montez Ford inside the chamber. Dawkins I could understand, but Montez? Hey, you know what? It's all good. But I meant to do this earlier with the women's chamber. If you guys are not familiar with the Elimination Chamber, the rules are simple. There are 4 pods in each corner of the chamber. One superstar will be locked inside each pod. Then the remaining 2 will start the match. Every 5 minutes, a pod will open, allowing a superstar to enter, and this goes on until all 4 pods are empty. The only way to be eliminated is by pinfall or submission, and the last man standing would become the United States champion. Truth be told, for the women's side, I believe it was Natalya and Liv Morgan that started the match. For the men's side, ironically enough, was Seth freaking Rollins and Johnny Gargano, because truth be told, a lot of people might not know about this, but they actually competed against one another on the independent scene years ago, and how crazy is that, right? That their first encounter in WWE, how crazy is that, right? Well, this one, there was not literally all 4 pods were empty. Not a single elimination after maybe 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes into the match. But the first man to be eliminated was Bronson Reed, as he took a fuck ton of super kicks, not just from Montez Ford, but from Johnny Gargano and Seth freaking Rollins, which allowed Tez to hit Bronson Reed with a frog splash to eliminate Bronson Reed. Then of course, the rest of the eliminations went as follows: Johnny Gargano, Damian Priest, Montez Ford, and it came down to the final 2. But before we get to that, there was one thing that I do want to bring up. It was the closing moments of the elimination of Montez Ford. Montez Ford actually took a stomp onto the outside of the chamber, and he was knocked out cold. Like, knocked out cold. Like, he wasn't even moving. And it looked like he was paralyzed, basically. I'm gonna be honest. Ford had a hell of a performance. Even Johnny Gargano as well had a hell of a performance, and I honestly do hope that Montez Ford is okay, because you guys know these guys may be professional wrestlers, but at the end of the day, they're still people. They are still people, and there's no telling what could happen next. So with that being said, big shout outs to Montez Ford. If he or even his wife Bianca Belair is watching this, which most likely they're not, Tez, I hope you are okay. Best of luck to you, man. Wishing you a very speedy recovery. But again, it came down to Austin Theory and Seth freaking Rollins. I don't know what the hell this dude's problem is. But Logan Paul has a thing for pissing people off. This time was no different because he cost Seth freaking Rollins the United States title by hitting. Oh, sorry guys, something got caught on my tongue. Anyway, he cost Seth freaking Rollins the United States title by hitting him with not just a clothesline, but also Seth's very own stomp, which allowed Austin Theory to hit Rollins with A-Town down to retain the United States title. And now the question becomes, where is Seth's path to WrestleMania? The answer? Logan Paul of all people. But we now move on to the main event for the undisputed Universal title, which would determine who exactly would challenge, who exactly would defend the title against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania on Sunday night, because we know it will be at WrestleMania Sunday. There's been rumors that the SmackDown Women's title will be defended on WrestleMania Saturday, which is kind of interesting. But for the champion Roman Reigns, it was about retribution. It was about getting back at Sami for the last 10 months of hell, utter complete hell, and even also for what happened at the Royal Rumble just a few weeks ago. But for Sami Zayn, it was about doing the impossible, doing something that guys like Drew McIntyre, guys like Kevin Owens, guys like Big E, guys like Brock Lesnar, guys like Drew McIntyre, guys like John Cena, Goldberg, Montez Ford, Xavier Woods, guys like Jey Uso could not do, and that was pin Roman Reigns for a 1, 2, 3. That's what it was about. And given the fact that this was in Sami's hometown of Montreal, this was the biggest home field advantage you could ever think of. Now, obviously, we all know the last time a WWE Premium Live event took place in Montreal, it was a Survivor Series in '97, and we all know what happened there. Not gonna go into details, but this one, the entire city of Montreal, the entire country of Quebec, Canada, wanted to see Sami Zayn right the wrongs of the past of what happened in '97 and do the impossible and defeat Roman Reigns to become champion. But the question is, did he really? Unfortunately, not. It took everything. Roman Reigns literally gave Sami everything. Spears, Superman punches, drive-bys, everything. And Sami still kicked out. It took Sami Zayn literally a bunch of Blue Thunder Bombs, Haluva kicks, exploders, even Roman's own Superman punch, and it was still nothing. 2 referees were down. Jimmy Uso gets involved. Then Jey Uso comes in as well. But the question is, why? Why? Because here's what my thought process is. Because of the fact that the Usos have had some legal issues in Montreal, you would think that they would have stayed home. Nope. Not at all. By the way, shoutouts to Mountain Dew, not sponsored. Just love, can't speak. Just love Mountain Dew. Anyway, it took everything. It took everything, and once again, with the help of now apparently Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn accidentally hit Jey Uso with the spear, which allowed Reigns to hit Sami Zayn with a chair and a wicked spear to retain the title, and then just a full-blown assault onto Sami Zayn by Jimmy Uso. Kevin Owens comes back, hits both Jimmy Uso and Reigns with a stunner. Sami Zayn hits Roman Reigns with a haluva kick, and Kevin Owens walks off. I'm gonna be honest, this was not what we were expecting. We were expecting something totally different, but I will be talking about that in my episode of WWE's Biggest Issue on Monday. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But again, that brings me to the question of the day. Do you guys, was the Elimination Chamber everything you had expected, or did you expect something different? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. Links will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.